he has people under him, ministers and others, and they have the power and they engage the carpenter. So just as a king or an emperor, he is not inspiring directly a carpenter or a mason or somebody else. He is not giving direct orders to them. He has middlemen. In the same way, super soul who is inspiring the living being to function is not the ultimate. There is somebody above him, and that is Bhagavan. So that is the proof of existence of Bhagavan. So these are the two proofs he has given for soul, super soul, and then two proofs for the Bhagavan. And therefore no one can say that why we have to hear about God, why we have to chant about Him, why do we have to worship Him. Because you are not independent, you are controlled by super soul and then Bhagavan. Therefore he will come to the conclusion in the next verse. Then he quotes another verse. He says, Athvatra yathendriye prithak dvarai artho bahu gunashraya eko naneyate tadvad bhagavan shastra vatmadhi iti eva dharanam. He gives one more logic. He says that just as you have the senses, I said it before also. Suppose you take milk. So when you see the milk, then all you can say is that it is white in color. And if you drop it on the floor, you can say it makes some sound. If you touch it, then you know that it is soft to touch. And you drink it, it is nice to taste. So with each sense you get knowledge about the milk, only one. But you yourself have the complete knowledge of all this. So that means you are above this. Because I cannot know how milk tastes, and the tongue cannot know how milk looks. But you know. So there has to be somebody. The mind is there, and above mind, mind knows everything because all the senses give their knowledge to the mind, and then above mind you are there. So just as above the senses is the mind, and one has to accept the mind, you have to accept that there must be some common point where the senses are giving its knowledge. Otherwise you will not have a holistic knowledge about milk. You will not be able to say that milk is white, milk is sweet, milk is soft, touch, etc. Because individual senses don't give that knowledge. They only give their individual knowledge. So just as that proves the existence of the mind and then soul, similarly there is existence of God, because all individual living beings, they are performing their activities, their karma. There has to be somebody who knows all this, who has the knowledge of each person's karma and then arranging it. Otherwise it cannot function. We know about ourselves and we don't even know our own karma completely. That's why when something happens, we think, why this happened to me? If we knew about karma, we will not ask, then we will know that it's happening because I did something. So there has to be someone above this. Ananeva gati samanyam cha siddhati. There is one nyaya called gati samanya, but all the scriptures, they have one conclusion. Even if they are looking contradictory, there has to be one conclusion. Every book has one conclusion, all the scriptures have one conclusion. That is called gati samanya nyaya. So this way Jiva Goswami explains this verse, how this verse is proving the existence of the living being, super soul, and Bhagavan. Let's stop.